Us! What's up Kyokushin heroes? In this video you will learn my secrets to get better low kicks for maximum damage. We will also see 3 combinations that you can do during a fight. So stay until the end of this video. Welcome to the Kyokushin Hero YouTube channel. My name is Harold. I'm a knee dan or second dan black belt out of Belgium. So let's dive into why it is important for you to get better low kicks for kumite. Well, because it is the kick that you will probably use the most during a single fight, as it doesn't take as much energy as kicking in higher levels such as chudan or jodan. Low kick is indeed a basic technique that you can find in so many disciplines such as Muay Thai, MMA, kickboxing, and of course Kyokushin Kai Karate. So the first thing that we are going to talk about, and it is a mistake that I often notice with beginners, is that they don't use full rotation of the body to strike the low kick. This means that their kick, even if it is hard, doesn't have full power. So, to increase this, you can simply focus on the rotation of the body using the hip and the foot on the ground. This will actually result in having much more range for the kick to be more efficient. Another mistake I notice with beginners while teaching is that they don't fully extend the leg when touching the opponent's body. Not doing that is like in some way holding some power back. So, when you perform the low kick, try and extend the leg right at the moment while you're touching the opponent's thigh. Something really important that you must pay attention to is also hitting at 90 degrees, and what I mean by that is the kick should be perfectly horizontal. It could even be descending, because kicking upward like this may result in a power loss. Finally, choose with which part of the bone you're going to hit. A Shian I met years ago actually taught me you could hit with the flat part of the bone. This gives a more crushing sensation to the opponent's body. Personally, I prefer hitting that way because I don't have to bend over as much as when I hit with the sharp part of the bone. And then, on the other hand, you could actually hit with the sharp part of the bone, but this will give like a more slicing sensation. It's like 2 different ways of putting the low kick. And there's no wrong way to go about this. It is more a question of feeling. Okay, let's now see 3 combinations that you can use in kumite using the low kick. But first, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comment what you think about the low kick. You can also share this video in your social media. This will really help our channel grow. So the first combo I want to talk about here is probably the most basic that you can find in Kyokushin Karate. I'm talking about Oitsuki Gyakutsuki low kick. Now with this combination, as the kick is a finisher here, you might want to start throwing the leg right when your Gyakutsuki is touching the opponent's body. The goal doing that is not letting him be prepared to receive the kick. If you wait too much after throwing the punches and then going for the leg, he or she might get mentally ready to take the hit, and that's not what we want. A simple alternative to this combination would be throwing 3 punches instead of 2. So it would be Oitsuki, Gyakutsuki, Oitsuki, and then your hip would be well placed to go for a perfect low kick. Okay, second combination is going to be low kick, Oitsuki, Shitatsuki. It is actually kind of the reverse of what we saw before, because here the kick is actually the beginner of the combination. It is way more common that the kick should be a finisher, but there's no reason that it couldn't be the opposite. It actually may surprise the adversary, because in a fight, when you always do the same kind of combination, he or she might actually get used to your way of fighting, and that's really something you should avoid. It will be more difficult for you to destabilize him. Once the low kick is done, be sure to arm your hip to throw the first Oitsuki and then go for a Shitatsuki right in the liver. It is really the same that we saw before. We don't want our opponent to process the sequence. Finally, last combination is going to be Gyakutsuki, Oitsuki while stepping in, then throwing Kagetsuki and then going for low kick with the rear leg. Note here that you will of course be in an orthodox guard, but as I always tell my students, it is really crucial for you to be able to work on both guards. Because for so many reasons in a fight, you might be forced to change stances. So what we're doing here is pushing the opponent directly with the Gyakutsuki, then stepping in, going with the Oitsuki, which actually is going to become the Gyakutsuki because you will have stepped in, and then you divert with the hook on his right side, and finally go with the low kick on his rear leg. This leg is probably way less used to taking the hits. You shouldn't be concerned with having less power with your bad leg. In the next video, we are going to talk about conditioning drills. Because as you know, Kyokushin is about real fighting. These are really important, especially if you want to do competition or hard kumite. And being able to sustain hits requires you to get used to it. This concludes the video of today, and again, we would really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, comment, and post this on your social media. See you next time.